Every day at Dollar Tree, you can find really cool items that you can craft with, like these little $5 trees from Dollar Tree Plus. I love that already come ready to be displayed, but today we're going to try to recreate this front gate high-end Christmas tree, which you're not going to believe the price is $349. We're going to make it for under $10. We're going to take the tag off, and then of course we want to spray paint the bottom so it can match the inspiration. I'm going to cover up a little bit with a bag, just some of the branches. That way it's not going to get the golden tone. And then we're going to head outside and we're just going to give it one coat. It actually worked really well, just one. But of course you can do as many as you need. Once dry, I brought it inside and I'm going to change my camera angle here so you can kind of have a better view. And we're going to start by placing tons of ribbon and tons of embellishments. I mean, berries and frosted pigs and bells, you name it. This little Christmas tree was packed with a lot of just decor, and we're going to try to keep it as original as possible to the inspiration. So we're going to make a multiple loop bow on the top using golden ribbon as well as red ribbon. And then we're going to bring some strands going down and just tucking them in and hot gluing as needed. And we're going to do 2 of the golden and 2 of the red. And I will be speeding it up quite a bit for you because basically all I'm doing is just adding whatever I see on the inspiration and matching it as close as possible with items from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hot glue as needed and work my way all around the tree. The original tree did not have the poinsettias, but they did have a red flower, and I figured this is what I have on hand from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use it. And then I added the bells. They had both golden as well as red ones, and I just thought, let me just add a few here and there with some hot glue. And before I show you the review, I want to remind you what the original inspiration looked like. Front gate. Gorgeous tree, but it was $349. And here is my recreation, which I think is so adorable. I love the way it turned out, and it was under $10. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take one of these larger foam balls from Dollar Tree because we are going to try to create this Pottery Barn berry and pinecone orbs. That was $19.50. And we're going to try to do it for under $5. We're going to take one of these, and of course, we're just going to start hot gluing quite a bit here. I found these berries at Dollar Tree. I could not find more than these. I was upset, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. I thought if I just kind of tighten them and then cut off the stem, I can just glue them in bundles of 3. That didn't work out. They just came apart. That's okay. I'm going to cut a few pieces of this evergreen pick and some pine cones. These are all from Dollar Tree, except for the evergreen. That is from Amazon, but I already had it on home. Now I'm going to start hot gluing. I'm going to start with the larger items and then work my way down to just the berries. So I'm going to add the pie cones first with just some hot glue. And then with the evergreen picks, I am going to just poke holes and then just place them with a little bit of glue. And that way I can place all the berries all around. Now when we get to the berries, this is when things get really fast. I'm just going to speed it up because basically all I'm going to be doing is hot gluing berry bundles like these from Dollar Tree as well as the individual ones to cover in some of the holes. I'm going to add hot glue. Now just be very careful. The foam and the hot glue melt. Oof, and it gets really hot. So just be very careful if you're going to recreate this. Other than that, have fun. Just keep covering the foam and then use the individual berries to cover up any of the holes. And we are just about done. Now, I would have added like maybe some ribbon so that we can hang the orbs. The original didn't have it, so I'm not going to use it. But let me remind you what it looked like. Beautiful berry pinecone orbs, $19.50 from Pottery Barn. And here is mine. I love the way this turned out. And I was able to recreate it for under $5, which is a great deal. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are headed back to the Dollar Tree Plus aisle because they have this beautiful reindeer that I found for $5. because we are going to try to recreate this front gate deer. One of them will run you between $89 and $99, which I think is outrageous, but I think we can do it for less. We're going to start by just painting it. Of course, we want it to have that darker gray tone. So I'm going to use the Elephant Tone by Waverly. I thought it was the closest to the color of the original inspiration. And instead of brushing the paint on, I'm just going to dab it. This is going to create more texture, and I think it's going to give it that nice felt look that the original had. And I'm going to do the entire deer, except without doing the base and not doing the antlers. I give it 2 coats, and once dry, it really has this matte look, and it looks great. I'm going to take the gold rub and buff, and we're going to stain the antlers. Now, you can also spray paint them. I could have done that, but I didn't want to like tape it and go outside and risk the paint ruining. No. So we're just going to use this with a rag and a glove, and we're just going to go on, and we're going to stain the front as well as the back of the antlers, and I think it looks stunning. And we are going to paint the base white. Of course, you can leave it whatever color it comes in. You can also do the gray or black. I have a lot of white surfaces, so I'm just going to paint it white. And we're going to do 1 coat. Actually, it was more like a coat and a half, just to make sure I had full coverage. And this is Waverly in the white. And then we are going to take glittery golden ribbon from Dollar Tree, and we are going to make a very simple bow. As the original inspiration, they had bows in the golden tone around the neck. So we're just going to loop it like an awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the middle, tie it in the center with more ribbon, cut off the X's, and we're going to angle cut the legs, and then we're just going to hot glue it to the neck of the reindeer. Let me remind you what the original looked like from Front Gate. Gorgeous reindeer. This one runs one of them between $89 and $99, and I was able to recreate it. I think it's stunning. I figured it was about $7 give or take with materials, but what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take a couple of these plastic nutcrackers from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to try to recreate these front gate nutcrackers in the golden tone that will run you about $149 for both of them. Of course, these are not the same height, but we're going to do our best. First thing we want to do is give them a haircut. I am not a fan of the fluffy hair, so I'm just going to trim it just a little bit. Not a lot, but you can leave it as is if you want. The goal is to have this nice shimmery golden tone, but I'm going to give it 1 coat first from that other golden tone we used earlier. Has a little bit more of a matte toned down golden. This is just to give it 1 full coverage. Then we're going to go back in once dry, and we're going to give it 1 coat in the front as well as the back with the very metallic shimmery golden one. And of course, this took no time. All you have to do is spray it. If you're outdoors, please be outdoors. Let it dry. But let me remind you what the pair looks like from Front Gate. Again, the pair will cost you about $149. And I think these are absolutely cute. Oh my word. They turned out so much better than in my mind. I was just like, I don't know how this is going to work out. But let me know what you think down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take several of these taper candles holders. Now, I already had some at home that were black. I could not find them, but these golden ones are perfect because we're going to try to recreate these Pottery Barn set of 4, originally $19.50, on sale for $15.50. I only took 2, and I'm going to show you why here in just a minute. And all we got to do is just remove the tags. That's it. These I found at the thrift store. I actually found more. But I thought to mix them up as a set would be gorgeous with the different tones of gold. And all I have to do for this one is just dust them and wipe them really well. These were only 99 cents. So much better quality than the ones from Dollar Tree. Let me remind you what the original Pottery Barns look like. Set of 4 for originally $19.50, on sale $15.50. And this is what I created. It took no time, less than a few minutes to create this craft. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're headed to the ribbon aisle. You know Dollar Tree has tons of selection of ribbon for every season, and Christmas is no exception. We are going to try to recreate this front gate bow. They come a set of 6 of them, which I think they're gorgeous. But guys, they have them for almost $75. Come on, I can't. We're going to try to recreate them using just 2 ribbons from Dollar Tree. Now, if I were to create 6 of them, as it will be, as the original was, I guess, I would probably need 2 sets. So 2 of the green ribbon and 2 of the red ribbon. But for this case, we're just going to create 1 of them. All right, so we are going to cut off 2 pieces of the ribbon, obviously 1 in the green, 1 in the red. And then we're going to cut off a small little piece of the green one so that we can tie it in the center. Like we did earlier, we're just going to loop it like an awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the middle, and we're just going to take some string and we're going to tie it in the center. You're not going to see that, so it doesn't matter which string you get. Then we're going to do the same thing with the small red ribbon, loop it, scrunch it in the middle, tie it in the center with string, and then we're going to join them together. We're just going to hot glue them first. Then we're going to flip them over, and with the little piece of the green ribbon that we cut off earlier, we're just going to hot glue it starting from the back and then wrap it around several times, securing it in place with more hot glue. This is such a simple craft. Again, this is something you can do even in different colors depending on what color scheme you're choosing for Christmas. It would be great to add to your cabinet doors, as ornaments to your tree, or even gift wrapping. I'm going to angle cut the excess ribbon. That way it matches the original, and I'm going to remind you what it looked like from front gate. A set of 6, these beautiful bows, and they will cost you around $74.25. And I think mine looks adorable. I think if I would have made 6 of these, I would have spent just around maybe under $5. Way cheaper than the original. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.